As everybody seems to like these zombie videos, I was thinking, you know, out of interest, would going medieval on zombies actually be kind of the best method? Now, I mean, obviously, if you have a firearm with lots and lots of ammunition, shooting them in the head is probably the most practical thing. But would actually going medieval on zombies make a lot of sense in terms of, you know, medieval melee infantry weapons are probably, you know, very, very adequate at killing Romero-style zombies, which is obviously decapitate the head or destroy the brain. And obviously something like a mace, wham into the head, is going to destroy the brain fairly efficiently. Now, and this is why I find it interesting, because there's, you know, lots of things where people talk about all these zombie things and they seem to think that, you know, medieval stuff would be completely useless, which I don't really buy. Because obviously if you had decent protective armour on, you can still be very mobile and it'd be harder to be bitten. And lots of these medieval weapons, you know, would be very efficient. A mace or a flail, obviously, impact to the head, designed to crush helmets in with people's heads in. One of these. If you have no armour on, yeah, if that hit you pretty hard, even doing that hurts. So, yeah. So yeah, if this came down full force onto your head, game over. As a zombie. A flail would do equally as well, I would imagine. Anything like warhammers and polearms, obviously a polearm would give you very long reach, especially something like a poleaxe, because those, you know, are very hammer-like. If you bring it down on a zombie's head, again, game over. Even swords, again, although I think stabbing weapons would be less efficient than blunt weapons, you know, a swing of a sword at a zombie's head is probably going to go in enough to do serious brain damage and kill them. So, yeah, it seems that medieval weapons, compared to things like modern combat knives and everything like that, would be a lot more efficient. Obviously, yeah, machetes would do fine, I guess, as well, but yeah, it just sort of got me thinking that obviously if you were trying to do modern hammers, a sledgehammer's going to be too heavy to swing about efficiently, and actual, you know, like handheld hammers, although they can be light enough, are quite, you know, have to get quite close, whereas actual, you know, medieval war weapons designed for crushing in heads and everything else, crushing in armour, are quite mobile to swing around because they have to be. So, you know, something like a mace, I would definitely pick over a sledgehammer, and it would do a similar thing if it hit you in the head, or a zombie in the head, you know. So, again, totally theoretical, but it's just kind of got me thinking that would you actually be better in a zombie apocalypse if one ever did happen? I know obviously it's not going to, but would you be better, you know, gearing up with lots of medieval type stuff? And I guess the answer is yes. Obviously, most of the medieval weapons, as I said, are very, very efficient for probably destroying the brain or decapitating the head. Whether it be swords, claymores, you know, maces, war hammers, polearms, any of those things. They give you a lot of reach potentially. They were designed to be light enough to carry around with armour on, obviously, and then, yeah. Like this mace, if you have it in two hands, is very mobile. To actually, you know, bring around in strikes, and again, you wouldn't need much speed on something like this with the flanges to destroy the brain on a zombie. So, there we go. So, despite what some people theorise, and again, zombie stuff's totally theoretical and kind of nonsense to talk about, so I don't see how somebody can be an expert on zombies, like a lot of people claim to be. But yeah, in my opinion, and again, just my opinion, I think medieval weapons personally would actually be very good at killing zombies. Couple, you know, medieval weapons with modern riot armour, which isn't too heavy and gives very good protection from bites and slashes and things like that. Yeah, combine that with medieval weapons, be it maces or polearms or, you know, war hammers, war picks, anything like that, and I think you'd have very, very good zombie killing efficiency. You know, maybe even a riot shield, if you'd got it kind of militarised, you could, you know, hit the zombies in the head with it, causing brain damage that way. And obviously give you very good protection. But yeah, I'd say medieval weapons such as maces, polearms, all that sort of thing would be very, very efficient for actually using against zombies. But again, let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm sure somebody will say, no, you are wrong, zombies would be able to deflect the maces and things like that. Anyway, so yeah, That's just my theory, because I know a lot of people said medieval weapons would be totally useless against zombies for some reason. I have no idea why, but there we go. That's my video on it. But I personally think maces and warhammers and things like that would be exceptionally good in the zombie apocalypse for protection.